What's up, guys? PowerManiac720 here, and I have round 2 of my Springfield Premier Challenge. At this point, I'm 0-1, so I know I need to win my next 2 in order to make the top 2 cut. This is against someone I don't know named Hiroshi, so let's get into the battle. I felt pretty confident with my team, even though I played pretty horribly. I didn't play horribly, I was just outplayed in Game 1. My team didn't handle Professor Shroomich's team very well. So I see my opponent leads with Talonflame and Shuckle, and I lead with Talonflame and Kangaskhan. So I'm expecting some sort of stupid toxic stall thing. So I'm just gonna leave Shuckle alone, knowing that in a one-on-one I should be able to beat it. All of a sudden he goes for the Helping Hand though, and I'm at this point pretty worried because if this thing's banded and uses a Brave Bird on Kangaskhan, it could be a KO, even though I'm 252 HP. So it goes to the Brave Bird, and I'm holding my breath that it doesn't KO me. And it ended up bringing me down to red health, but luckily I do survive at 39 HP. It is Life Orb, and it was Adamant, so Choice Band might have finished me off. So I go for the return on it, pick up the KO, and I immediately go up 4-3 on turn 1, which is nice. And, I mean, as much as I love Shuckle, I'm not really concerned about it, so I kind of leave it alone. So I see his Kangaskhan come out, and I had no Tailwinds up for me. So either he's going to fake me out or Sucker Punch me, and I block it with Quick Guard, which is what I do with Talonflame, or he goes right at me with Return, and I outspeed him because of Tailwind. So I go for the Quick Guard to hopefully block an incoming Fake Out, which I do. And then I go for the Hammer Arm on his Kangaskhan, which is a one-hit KO for me. So at this point in the match, I'm going to be up 4-2, and I still have Kangaskhan left, and I still have Talonflame, and I have 2 other Pokemon in the back, and one of his Pokemon is Shuckle, so I'm not too concerned. So Shuckle goes for the Toxic. At this point, he's just going to try and Toxic Stall me, which I guess is a fine idea, but in a 4-on-1 situation, it's not going to help him too much. So then Gyarados comes out. Gyarados drops an Intimidate, which is affects both of my Pokemon since they're both physical. So I withdraw Kangaskhan, whereas I'm at -2 speed and -1 attack, and I bring in Gardevoir. And I was really hoping I'd trace Intimidate, but I didn't. I ended up tracing Gluttony, which doesn't help me at all. Gyarados ends up protecting, which I believe I ended up Brave Birding. Yeah, I ended up going for the Brave Bird on Gyarados, and it doesn't get it. Shuckle goes to the Infestation. He's going to try and keep Kangaskhan in there, but instead he's going to keep Gardevoir in there. So at this point, Gyarados just protected, so I might as well go for the double target on Gyarados, because once again, I'm not too concerned about the Shuckle. So I go for the Brave Bird and the Moonblast on Gyarados. Of course, both my Pokemon outspeed it. Talonflame because of Scale Wings and because it's so fast, and because my Gardevoir scarfed. And I ended up doing a pretty good chunk of damage to it. So he goes for the Waterfall on Talonflame. And easy KO for him. Gyarados is a good physical attacker, and Talonflame is pathetically weak defensively. So now he goes for the Toxic on Gardevoir, and now I'm infested and poisoned, which kind of sucks, but once again, I have this match pretty much in hand. He's not going to stall me out enough that I can't KO his Gyarados unless he gets off a quintuple protect. So once again, I'm not too concerned about that. And I still have Kangaskhan in the back, and I still have Rotom Heat in the back. So I do send out Rotom Heat, and I go for the... I assume he's going to protect with his Gyarados, but at this point in the match, there's really no point taking a risk and not going for the Gyarados since Shuckle's not going to KO me. So I do go for the Moonblast on it to be safe, and then I go for the Will-O-Wisp on Shuckle to kind of start chipping away at it because I've done no damage to it, and the last thing I want is to lose a 4v1 versus Shuckle. So it goes to the Infestation on Rotom. It's going to start chipping away at Rotom now. So at this point I'm in pretty good shape. I'm going to KO Gyarados here. When I ended up Moonblasting him, he said, "Oh, I didn't think you were going to do that." And I was thinking, why would I not do that? He just protected. There was no risk in me going for the Moonblast. Even if he got off a double protect, there's no risk for me still. So I ended up going for the Moonblast, and then I ended up going for... I was going to go for an Overheat on Shuckle, but I figured it's going to get It's going to help itself anyway, or it's going to hurt itself anyway with burn. So I just go for the Thunderbolt so I don't get my special attack drop. Helping Hand probably wasn't the best idea there for Shuckle. I think he thought he was going to outspeed me, but I guess he didn't figure out I was Scarfed because the Tailwind was up the whole time, so he didn't realize that I was faster. So at this point I'm just going to really chip away at him with Thunderbolt and Moonblast. Plus that burn's hurting him, but now he has a Citrus Berry, not a big deal. Restores his health a little bit. I get hurt by Infestation and Poison and all that fun stuff. Nothing too worrying. I guess his Shuckle doesn't know Protect because he didn't Protect. If he had, I mean, Gardevoir would have fainted. So I just easy double target, chips away at Shuckle, picks up the KO, and it's game over. And I win round 2 of my Premier Challenge 4-0. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that match, and stay tuned for round 3.